Investment advisory and financial planning services are offered through Simplicity Wealth LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute nor endorse of the firm, nor does it indicate that the advisor has attained a particular level of skill nor ability. Investing involves risk of loss. Insurance, consulting, and education services offered through Diamond Life Planning is a separate and unaffiliated entity from Simplicity Wealth. This information is provided as a general information and is not intended to be specific financial guidance. Before you make any decisions regarding your personal financial situation, you should consult a financial or tax professional to discuss your individual circumstances and objectives.
Welcome to the Rock My Finances show on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV, where we put the fun in finance. Join Powerhouse Jennifer Joseph, CDFA, CMC, and Private Wealth Advisor, as she collaborates with you to create clarity, control, and confidence with your money, your way. It's not about the zeros, so what is it all about? Let's find out. Now here's your host and weekly friend, Jennifer Joseph.
Welcome back to Rock My Finances. Today we are talking about something crucial, our energy and our well-being. I mean, let's face it, when we feel good, everything else, including our financial decisions, work better. So it's all about feeling good. Another F word, feeling. I love it. My favorite F words. If you all here just tuning in for the first time, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. So glad. You are going to be very happy you spent this time for yourself and your money. And there's lots more episodes out there, so check them out and see if any resonate with you. Okay, I'm in my 60s. I have been hearing about diet and exercise forever, right? And it's always changing. It's always moving around. We never know who to believe, what to do, what to try next, any of that. So this is going to be a whole nother new talk as well. I'm doing things completely differently now, and it's working out much better. So I wanted to share that with y'all. Just like money, how the financial world out there is masculine talk, masculine speak, what do they call it? Mansplaining. Totally the same thing with exercise, our health. A lot of tests are being done on men, not women. So we're just finding out now about women's bodies and what works best for us. Now, we're all not in the same box. We all know that, right? Like I have a really good friend that she does lots of weights. Like weights do really, really well for her. For me, I can do small weights, which we all need to, right? We need to have the weights. We need to build that muscle. But I have to start off small and go on the smaller side. So I'll never go over 10 pounds when she can go much more because her body type is different. So I am recognizing that we all have different body types. So this is going to be a generality of what I have found out over the last couple years here. Why don't the old methods work? I don't know about you guys, but I started with Jane Fonda and jazzercise and the aerobics and the pounding it and the jumping and hooting and hollering for an hour for 60 minutes. And all my friends were doing it. And I was in my 20s and I was always exhausted after. I was just flat out exhausted and they kept going like they had no problem. So for me, that did not work. And I always felt ashamed. I felt not good enough. I felt like my best friend was a cheerleader and she was always running around and I was just never really that athletic to get my heart rate going and going crazy like that. Now, I am a nonstop person. Mind you, I don't ever stop. Like there's always something going on. However, it's just the aerobic and the intense workout for an hour straight never did well for me and definitely does not do well for me now. So the old methods don't necessarily work. A lot of us grew up hearing the same old advice: eat less, do more cardio, and somehow you magically feel amazing. But for a lot of women, especially as we get older, that just leaves us exhausted and frustrated. And it's not your fault. It's just that these methods don't really respect how women's bodies work. So today we're going to be tossing out that old rule book and we're going to be stepping in a couple new ones. First of all, women need to be exercising according to their cycle. I don't have a cycle anymore. Whoop, whoop. However, my daughter does. Her friends do. A lot of women out there do. And according to your cycle is how your exercise program should go. So it's not just hitting the elliptical an hour a day forever. Like that's not going to do it. We have to change it up. We have to do different things. I hope that makes sense. We're going to talk about our energy here. Eating for energy. So I know that we used to do carbs. Like my daughter was a gymnast and we had to do carb up the night before her matches and big days and stuff. Yes, that's true. And we need protein. And I think we're forgetting about the protein right now. So my plan right now is I have to have my protein shake before I go to Pilates. Pilates starts at 7:30. So I'm not used to eating that early. I mean, I can go till 10, 11, 12. I do that intermittent fasting and I don't need to eat, but it's not doing good for my body. So I changed that. I'm having my protein shake in the morning and it's really helping me not snack and eat late at night. So it kind of all comes in full circle, right? So we want to have a little bit of protein before we're going to that exercise. Unlike I was always with men and training with men and my trainers were men and all that, they always would eat after and we would go get a smoothie after, a protein shake after. Well, that's too late for my body. I'm already tired. I'm already using up the wrong parts of my body. So eat a little bit of protein before you work out. I hope that makes sense. One of the simplest ways to make sure you have protein in every meal. So protein is the meal that we're going to plan everything around. It could be animal protein, vegetable protein, whatever you want it to be. I know that animal protein has everything we have, everything we need, all the amino acids and everything. It's there. I'm still an animal eater. Sorry, but I love it. But if you're a vegetarian on the veggie side of things, that's great. However you want to do it, you have to make sure that there's a lot of protein in each meal for us, our entire body. So don't be afraid of eating enough earlier in the day. Like there was a time where I was having 50, 60 grams of protein in the morning and it was great. I loved it. Okay, exercise. Let's talk about movement. The goal is not to run yourself into the ground. In fact, shorter strength workouts can do wonders for women, helping and maintain the muscle and metabolism. I don't know about you, but the older we get with our metabolism, I have to eat much less, right? Just at the holidays, I pigged out. And here I am. It's all right here. Like it's just going to be there. It's always going to be there. So we want to make sure that we're doing what we can do because we still need to be exercising, but we don't want to be doing the wrong exercises. I was just talking to somebody the other day and she's very happy that she's doing an hour on the elliptical every day. Her body is not changing composition at all. So she needs to be doing different things than just that, if that makes sense. And if you're like me, an hour on elliptical would wipe me out. I do 10 minutes and then I have to warm up to 15 minutes and then I warm up to 20 minutes and that's max. And if I'm not using my arms as well on the elliptical or doing the front and back, then it's kind of a waste of time. So switching your training up and doing different things is what tricks your body so that you keep your metabolism going. And we don't want you to feel wiped out. We want you to make better financial decisions, which means you want to feel better energetically. I hope that makes sense. I am really into pickleball right now. And so I feel great when I get done playing a lot of pickleball. I feel like I just got done skiing. Because when I used to ski, I would come off the slopes and I just felt amazing, right? We put our body through an amazing, beautiful thing. It felt so great to be out in the fresh air. Same thing with pickleball. I just love it. It has my competitive side. I'm working against myself. So I'm trying to get better for me. Doesn't matter. It's always fun and hilarious. It's just such a good time. So I am taking care of all parts of my psyche, my body, my heart, my weight, my joy, my mental stability, everything. And so when I come off of the courts, I feel really, really good. And that's what we want to do. We want to do different things. I can't just do pickleball every single day. It's not going to do any good. I still have to do weights, still have to walk, still have to do the elliptical a couple times. Like there's different things that we want to be doing. Swimming is great as well, right? Okay, so why does this matter for your life and finance? When you have a steady energy, you make better choices, not just about food, but about everything. You're less likely to make impulse decisions, and you're more likely to feel confident and clear-headed. All of this ties in together. So when we feel good, we show up better in our financial lives. So let me ask you this. Have you ever gone to the store hungry? How many times have we heard not to do that? Because if we are not feeling completely fulfilled in ourselves, we're going to take the impulse quick. Like whatever your impulse you get, you're going to do it. You're going to grab that thing. I don't know about you, but I've grabbed Lay's potato chips before. Don't tell anybody, but I grabbed that bag of Lay's and I'm eating Lay's walking around the store if I'm starving and I haven't taken care of myself right. I need that salt. I need that yummy. I know a lot of people have sweets. They want that sugar high. I don't need that sugar high, but I like the carb high. So we want to make sure that we're taking care of in all realms. We're throwing out the rule book of the old ways of doing things. That is not the way it is anymore. We want to make sure that we do interval trainings. We want to do things differently every day. I have a friend that loves hiking. She gets out in nature and she does hiking. She does different hikes, hills, flat, depending on where it's at. It makes her feel really good. So we want to make sure that we're doing all of those different things, if that makes sense, right? We want to be honest with ourselves. We are not just smaller versions of men. We are actually women. We have a hormonal difference. We recover differently. We burn fuel differently. And once we understand that, everything changes, especially how we exercise and how we eat. So we need to really look at the shifts that women need to be making. We have to have that protein before we work out. It stabilizes our blood sugar. It provides muscle. Protects our muscle, and gives us more efficient energy during exercise. That's what I was not doing. I was not doing, because I would get up straight and go straight to Pilates. And then I would feel, I would feel good after because I loved it, but I wouldn't feel as energetic as I do now. Now that I have my protein shake first, I could even be doing it on the way there. Well, half of it on the way there, half of it when I'm done. But as long as my body has something into it, I leave there and feel energized. Like I could go do another hour of class, which shocked me just by having the protein shake before. So I'm not drained. I'm not ravenous. And then I go home. Have you ever done that? Have you ever waited so long to eat? And then when you do eat, oh my gosh, tie everything down because I'm going to eat the entire kitchen. And have you heard that word seconds? Oh yeah, I am the queen of seconds when I'm starving, which is all bad, right? That's what shows up on my hips and everywhere else is my seconds that I end up having. So if we just make it all smart, we will be making much better decisions. I hope that makes sense. So we have to throw out the messaging that we've heard before. We were raised on low fat, high carb messaging. And that's not the way it is. The newer research and the real world experience shows that women feel better, stronger, and more balanced when protein is prioritized throughout the entire day, not just at night with the big steak and potatoes or whatever we were doing, but actually lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And maybe even, some nuts for your little snack, or even a little beef jerky or the Bitlong that I've been addicted to for a while. It's so good. We want to make sure that we have muscle maintenance and hormone health. Our hormones are making decisions around our money every day. And if we're not taking care of ourselves in every which way, we're not going to make those great decisions. So have you ever heard of, what do they call it? Therapy, retail therapy. That's what it is. Retail therapy. Okay. Retail therapy is going to cost you a lot of money if we don't have the right protein that we've had all day and a good amount of exercise to get our heart going and to give us our endorphins, to create that serotonin and dopamine and get our hormones checked. We will be making amazing decisions, and that's what we want. And if you're going through this program with me, my Rock My Finances Club, or any of this, clearing out your old money beliefs, it is going to tax you mentally. If you're going through grief right now, a divorce, if you're changing your state, like I moved from California to North Carolina, that was a huge move across the country. Any transitions that we're through is going to tax our mind, our body, everything. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can do. The easy things, right? The easy things, have protein throughout the day, exercise, get out there, walk a little bit, make sure you're moving every day. And then, I know nobody likes to do this, but must have one day of rest. One day of rest. We must have that. So you could maybe walk on that day or do something light, or just say, I'm doing nothing one day a week. Resting our body helps our body rejuvenate for the next day. Unfortunately, I never rested until I would get hurt or I'd get too sore and then I would rest. And it was like, no. you have to rest. So now I'm giving myself at least one day a week to do nothing. For me, I don't know if you all like me, I'm a type A and I want to get up and move every day. I love mornings and I want to keep going. So what I do on my Sundays is I put my robe on. So I get out of bed and I put my robe on. I might take a hot tub and get my robe back on. When I have my robe on, my white comfy robe, it's got big sleeves. So that means I can't even do dishes because my sleeves will get in the water. So I really have to rest. I have to sit down, put my feet up, relax, pet my cat. I still putter and do nice things, water my trees, just do little things here and there. Or sit, watch that great movie, listen to me, that great podcast, do your Rock My Finances podcast, but rest your body. I hope that makes sense. We want to be more efficient. And being efficient, we want to have our strength training. Like we can be doing, I don't know if anybody does, I do red light therapy. So I could do my red light therapy and my strength training at the same time and listening to a podcast at the same time. So I can do several things at the same time. And that means efficient, right? And then we feel good about doing it. So we want to do shorter bursts of cardio or intervals. We don't have to have huge. We could just take 10 minutes and dance, right? We're moving our arms, we're moving our body, put 3 songs on. And if you do nothing else that day, you dance your butt off. That's your homework with Rock My Finances is do 3 songs and dance with using your arms. You could be that crazy one in your house by yourself. If you got kids around you, grandkids, your kids, everybody loves to dance. Be that person that gets out there and dance. They just love it. And they might be embarrassed about it, but they're going to love it. Muscle is metabolically active. The more muscle we have, the more energy we burn at rest, which is why women who lift, even very lightly like me, often see more body changes than women that just do hours of cardio. So get those small 3-pound weights. You want to start with 1 pound, that's fine. Then 3 pound, then 5 pound. You can even stop at 5. You don't ever have to do anything more than 5. But it's just consistent muscles, growing those muscles, right? And you don't have to be that huge bodybuilder gal or anything like that. But just to be toning up those muscles is great. Okay. This is also why doing the same workout every day, like an hour of elliptical, often leads to a plateau. Our body gets used to that and then we are stagnant. Have you ever experienced that where it's like, I've been doing so good. I've no carbs, no sugar, and I'm working out every day. And then I stopped after 3 months and nothing's happened because we haven't tricked our body and our metabolism to doing something different. It gets efficient at doing exactly what you asked it for and it stops changing. So variety is the signal to our body that it's going to respond differently and make some changes. So we want some variety. With that recovery, don't forget that day of rest, right? It's not lazy. We actually have to be resting as part of the work. I know it's hard for us to do, but we need to do that. Women's energy naturally fluctuates across the month. So we want to make sure that we're strength training and our intensity is going to feel amazing during the certain times of the month. We want to be more gentle to our bodies when we're going through the other times of the month. We need to stop fighting the rhythms. It's not about 30 days of this, 21 days of that. It's not about that. It's about knowing your cycle, knowing how your hormones are reacting, and it's about knowing yourself. When you feel tired, when it feels a good tired, when you're resting and you come up with a bunch of energy, it's great. And the biggest takeaways is we don't want to work harder. We absolutely want to work smarter, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we're going to have a little gift for you here. And then we're going to come back and we're going to wrap all this up with some great information. So y'all come back now, you hear?
Wait, the show isn't over yet. There's more fun and finances ahead. Jennifer will be right back as we have a special bonus offer for you right here on Rock My Finances, broadcasting live on K4HD Radio and Talk 4 TV.
Hey y'all, it's Jennifer Jost. Are you ready to transform your relationship with money? Rock My Finances Club is your weekly mastermind for wealth empowerment. Join me live for your personal weekly group video sessions and access your personal portal with the video library at any time, including your success system and way more bonuses. Go to rockmf.com for your financial empowerment. Make yourself a priority today. Schedule a chat with me at rockmf.com and achieve your feminine financial freedom finally. Oh, and don't forget to ask me how to save 50%. See you at our weekly mastermind.
Okay, Rock My Finances on K4HD and Talk4 TV is back. Once again, let's put the fun in finance with your host and weekly friend, Jennifer Jose.
Okay, we're going to wrap all this wonderful exercise, food, energy, feeling really, really good. And it's all so that we can all say, rock my finances, right? So when we prioritize protein throughout the day, it makes a huge difference in how our stamina is throughout the day, how we can get through the exercises. And I don't know about you, but how many times have you walked into the kitchen saying, why did I walk into the kitchen? What am I forgetting? Memory. Yes. We want to have that protein. We want to have structure throughout the day, throughout the week, so that our memory gets more clarity and it doesn't get worse with age, right? I mean, things are going to happen the way they're going to happen, but we want to do everything we can to build that up. We want to focus on efficiency instead of exhaustion. So we want to do more things together and make sure that we're not just, mindlessly getting on the elliptical and wearing ourselves out. We want to make sure that we're treating all parts of our body. So when we're walking, maybe even some little wrist weights, depending on where you're at with things. I have a friend that does a weighted, like a chest weight or a back weight. She puts it on either or. I cannot do that because that would be too much for me. I know that sounds crazy, but it would just be too much for me. So we want to get to know our body a little bit, right? We want to vary our movement. So walking, hiking, we could do the treadmill and the elliptical, play a little bit of a sport here and there, going up the stairs a few times, dancing for 3 songs a day so that we can do things different. I have another friend that has a rebounder that she bounces on the rebounder, and that helps her lymphatic system. And there's so many different things out there that don't cost a lot of money and that we could actually get out there and take care of our bodies. We want to respect and honor our recovery day, the rest day, recovery and rest for sure. Enjoy it. You deserve it. I want you to love yourself as is right this moment. This is only if you want to improve your energy and improve. For me, my daughter's getting married this year, and I want to look really good inside my mother of the bride dress, right? So I'm actually paying more attention to this year, even though I have been doing it for the last several years, but I'm paying more attention. I don't want that back fat squeezing out in between my dresses or whatever dress I decide to get. I want to make sure I'm looking as good as I possibly can for the pictures, for, posterity, the whole thing. So I am absolutely respecting all of the new ways that women are dealing with their bodies and compositions and everything. We want to respect our natural rhythms. I don't have the hormones on the monthly schedule, but I do go by the full moon. My body still reacts to full moons. And so I don't want to be fasting when I'm tired. I can fast during the full moon, but not in the winter. I can fast in the spring and the summer, but not in the winter. My body hangs on to weight. So there's no reason to try to lose it during the winter. All I want to do is try to not make it grow during the winter, if that makes sense. We want to see how our bodies respond, not because we're forcing them, but because we're finally listening to our bodies. So I want you all to know that this is real and sustainable when change is happening. It's amazing. Love yourself as is right this moment, and then just improve what you want to improve to get better. Love the energy. And when we're feeling good about ourselves, we're going to make better money decisions, because I want you all to come back and check out all these podcasts and see which ones fit best for you. And I want you all to be able to say, I rock my finances.
We appreciate you joining us today, and don't forget to subscribe to the Rock My Finances YouTube channel for more engagement and bonus content. Tell me, what is your money story? Let's find out with Jennifer right here on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. It's not about the zero, it's about the F word, feelings. Feelings Jennifer can't wait to explore with you next week. Until then, let's all say, I rock my finances.